Joe's Vegan Guide.
Frock the Fortnight, Frock the Fortnight, Frock the Fortnight. It's a bit like Mock the Week.
Trademark.
Happy New Year! Oh, you're right.
Starts means go on.
Can't believe it's 2020.
I know.
And we did promise you, didn't we? We said, what did we say in 2019?
We said a lot of things, but I think we said this year, you hadn't. Last year, you thought you'd seen the vegan queens. We said you'd seen nothing yet.
I mean, it was disappointing to use the same words as Boris Johnson, but there was someone else's before they were his. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean? Cave paintings.
So, welcome to the very first episode of Frock the Fortnight, Frock the Fortnight, Frock the Fortnight. It's a bit like Mock the Week.
Trademark.
So, we wanted to talk about these first, let's call it 2 weeks in the new year, but we're including a little bit of December as well, aren't we?
Little bit of end of December and the start of Janvier, as the French would say.
I've got this one, another of those really annoying airs.
Have you?
Yeah, and I've no idea where it's coming from, which direction.
Yeah.
But
It's like a relative that turns up.
It's in my face.
Who is she? Where's she from? Who's she related to? Better be nice to her. Give her a mince pie. That were my Christmas anyway.
We're here. Do you know what I had? I had a nice Christmas.
Did you?
I did have a nice Christmas. I invited Brian up.
Oh, Brian, yeah.
6 doors down, because I knew he was on his own. And as we said in one of our last videos about kindness.
Yes.
You know, which was already a movement, you know, random acts of kindness.
Yeah, but
Right.
it don't matter, does it?
I know.
Right.
But I thought, invite him up.
Yeah.
You know.
He's the one, isn't he? Still enjoys sex at 86, and he only lives at 82, so it's no difference. Little bit of humour there for the new year.
So for those of you that are brand new to us too, hi, I'm Gemini.
And I'm Tutheran, me asthma.
This is my daughter, my lovely daughter. One of my daughters. Anyway, I've got a few. We don't talk about it.
No.
But yes, we are together, the
Vegan Queens.
Why? Because we're queens and we're vegan. I mean, it stands to reason, really, doesn't it?
Don't it?
You know what I mean?
In this day and age.
I know. So let's talk about the stuff. Now, one of the things that sticks in my craw from last year.
Oh, yes.
Words.
Words.
Don't come easy to me. How can I? And I won't do any more because we'll get demonetized.
Yeah. I'm trying to mind.
But yeah, get all the power of words. So there's been a lot of talk about words that are offensive to women that are used like drag queens, e.g. the word fishy. Now, it is a word that's been used in drag queen culture for a long time.
Back to the balls.
Way back to the ballrooms of New York. Where it was a compliment. Girl, you look fishy tonight, which means you look really feminine, you look like a woman.
Passably female, I think that's what they were. Yeah.
But then, of course, people start dissecting, well, why? Fishy is the smell. And you know...
Yeah.
And so, the Vivian got a bit of flack, didn't she?
She did. Well, her and Bagger had been on a programme, hadn't they? They did it was sort of a review of the... I can't remember, I do apologise, the name of the show.
Something review of the year or something.
Yeah, one of them things they put on Channel 5, you know, like top 10 quality streets, or, you know, the best fridges you've ever seen. They're just 2 I managed to Sky Plus. Watch them later. And basically, as we know, often when you work on live telly, you'll get a cue card or a teleprompter.
And they just pass it to you as you're going on.
Yeah, like read that. And you're like, oh, right, okay, you know. So basically, they made reference to that, and you know, people were, because, you know, words were evolving all the time, aren't we? You know, our language evolves and so on and so forth. It does. And, you know, people have said, you know, they don't find that acceptable as a terminology, which is fine. You know, we've moved on now. We have other words.
We say it's sexist.
Yes.
And it's misogynist.
Yes.
So Vivian gets all this flack.
Yes.
But then, of course, Davina, who we all know and love, Davina De Campo, like, kind of does a supportive tweet, but says we do have to think about our word usage. Let's think about what the most offensive word in the British language is.
Yeah.
Begins with C and ends with T.
Yeah. Can.
But I thought that's rich, Davina, mentioning that, because you've just been on a reality show where the whole premise is to show your charisma, uniqueness, nerve and talent.
Have a think
Your
about it.
C-U-N-T.
See you next Tuesday. Not if you don't win Drag Race.
You know what I mean, though?
Yeah, well,
So
no,
I
it's a
think-
bit...
But here's the thing, and it needs bringing up, because men are always being called misogynist for
Yes.
saying this and saying that, and there's so much misandry
Yes.
in this world at the moment. So if we're getting rid of the words that are offensive to women, can we stop calling people dick, knob, dickhead?
It's better with phrase language, isn't it? How we conceptualise language and how we apply it across the board.
Absolutely it is, and
Yeah.
I'm being pedantic when I say that, because I don't mind the use of any of those words,
No.
to be honest with you. But using the same,
Like the context framework.
the same intolerance
I
of word use as is being used, then
Well, we had
surely they all have to go.
Yeah, well, you would think so, wouldn't you? But you know, well, it came up over the Crimble period as well, didn't it? With the Gavin and Stacey Christmas special.
Oh, you cheap lousy faggot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So faggot the word, a lot of people. And I think I got where they were coming from. Now, we've had a conversation about this, haven't we?
Yeah, very interesting conversation, actually.
I don't mind the word in that song, but...
Neither do I. Neither do I. But we both said the same thing. We're not a 13-year-old gay lad in school.
Yes.
We're not a young lesbian on a rough estate.
We're also not the BBC, who could have chose any song whatsoever.
Well, it was changed in a 1992 All3 broadcast.
Yeah,
of Top of the
Kirsty McCall
Pops.
changed the word, didn't she?
Yes, it was changed in that.
Yeah.
You cheap lazy maggot, I think
Yeah,
it was.
something like that, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're cheap and you're haggard. That's been another one as well. Where
Yes.
people have done.
Yeah.
I particularly enjoy. You scumbag, you're barren. You cheap, lousy Karen. But I would never say that, because if somebody wasn't able to give birth, I know that might make them feel a bit knobby. Knobby.
Do you know, don't we all have to stop being so sensitive, though? I don't think that we should necessarily give as much power as we do to words. Like you say, it's about their intent and it's how they're said.
Context matters.
Yeah, and how it's said.
Yeah.
Like, if I bump into a friend in the street I've not seen for a while, or if I should say Paul, bumps it, and they say, "Oh, why are you bloody queer?" I'd laugh.
I would.
I'd say, "I'm alright."
Yeah.
You kid.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
though?
No, I know what you mean. Context matters. Who's saying it matters.
Absolutely.
And I don't think, a lot of, particularly, I will say, white gay men, not to stereotype, have come out and gone, oh, everyone's a snowflake, they should stop going on about him saying faggot. I'm like, maybe you don't care, Kenneth, from Joylston, but some people do. And I think if somebody tells you, that hurts me, don't be an idiot, stop doing it.
Well, it's 6 of one. It's half of one, 6 a dozen of the other.
Exactly. I mean, no one can
People
ever
need
be
to
sure.
watch the words.
Yeah.
And people need to stop being so sensitive about words.
Yes.
And don't take them out of context necessarily. Anyway, that's that bit of the show.
My apologies to the people of Joylston and surrounding areas.
We just wanted to chat about that because we thought it was important.
No, it does matter, doesn't it?
Well, of course it does.
Absolutely.
But what about this year?
Well, let's flick on, it's 2020, unlike my eyesight. And what's gone on?
So much though.
I mean, it's like everyone's gone crazy, haven't they?
Well, we've got to talk about Australia and the fires and those poor baby animals. Now at least 500,000, could be 1 million by the time it's all over. And the fact that, I'm getting a bit political for a minute because I've only read bits of it, but I've read Australian citizens talking about Australia selling water to China.
Oh, right, I don't know.
Have you not heard about this?
Can you tell us?
Well, that's just it. I'm just mentioning that as a headline. So
Right,
you
got
want
you.
to look into that further, but it's been cited with all this fire stuff.
Right, okay.
Right. And now the Aboriginals are talking about culling 10,000 camels because of their use of what it's always the animals in it.
Yeah.
It's always the animals that pay
Yeah.
for, and this is climate change in action.
But it's not real.
Right here. But it's not real, don't forget. It's just a thing made up.
That's just something that 16-year-old girl came up with, isn't it? Who can't think for herself.
Oh, Greta Thunberg.
I love her.
I adore her.
I really, really like her.
How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah. Like, that would be such a good series, wouldn't it? How dare you? Better than SAS Who Dares Wins.
Yeah.
Just Greta Thunberg going round to random people going, how dare you?
Hey, speaking of SAS Who Dares Wins, the series that's just started this January 2020. Fabulous, big, gorgeous drag queen in it.
Yeah.
Fabulous. You must go and have a look.
We like that bit of representation. We enjoy that. You wouldn't know.
Don't we?
Been on her Instagram, and I was like, that's not her. But it is.
She's amazing.
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous.
It reminds me of that programme a few years ago. I say a few years ago, it could be any time between now and the last 2 decades. It was, they all had to go back and do national service. Like modern people.
Right.
And there were a gay on there who I think did drag as well, like that.
Not
They
one of the gays.
One of gays,
Oh,
one of
no.
these gays. What, right into BBC? Filth. Not really.
There's a lot to do. Moaning about stuff, you know. So what else has happened this year so far?
Well, shall we talk about the Trump, Iran, Bojo off on his holiday situation?
So, honestly, Trump. I mean, do you know that Soleimani was on a peace mission when he was blown to bits?
Yeah.
Don't we have to allow space for people to change?
Absolutely.
And is it right to... it's a really funny one, because from what I've heard about what he's done and what's happened to people, both Americans and British civilians, well, you know, yeah.
Yeah. But it's, yeah.
Then it... I don't want to say the word justifies.
No, I know what you mean. It's like you were talking about with the camels, though. Who pays in the end? Innocent people. You know, those poor people in Iran, and if there were retaliatory attacks, the poor innocent people in America or wherever, they're the ones that are going to pay for it. You know, the politicians, like austerity measures we had all for the last 10 years or whatever, the people in the power sit there and make the decisions. They don't have to pay for it or live with the consequences.
No, exactly.
As Ash Sarkar rightly pointed out on Question Time once, love her. And that's who I feel for. The camels are innocent in Australia, yet they'll be culled.
Yeah.
The Iran people are the people that will die if there is a sort of escalated war.
Well, right now, as of the filming of this episode, there has been a retaliatory bombing of American air bases, but apparently nobody was hurt.
Well, thank goodness for
And
that.
so, Trump, America, and Iran are saying, that's it, let's leave it there.
Yeah.
And touch wood, please let that be the case, because the last thing this world needs now is another war. I know that there are little wars going on all over the place, all over the time.
Yeah.
All of the time.
Yeah.
But, you know, it worries me about what kind of world we are raising our young people in and what's become normal to them. I've still got a thing against technology. You know, babies are born and they get a mobile phone or an iPad stuck in their hand straight away, and they have access to all of this information that's being reported.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a double-edged sword, isn't it? Very much so.
it is very much so. Honestly. So yeah, there's all that to keep our eye on. Then we've got Meghan and Harry,
Yes.
who've just, well, I'm trying to work out what it is they're actually saying. So they want to relinquish their senior royal duties and step back from them.
Yeah.
They're going to continue doing the work that they do, the patrons, the charities that they're the patrons of, so on and so forth. And they want to be financially independent. That's
huge.
Huge.
Mathis. That's Johnny Mathis. Lee Big.
It is though.
But
She's not
because
wrong.
what I was telling you this morning, someone I can't remember which news outlet had tweeted a statement about it, and they'd actually put Meghan Markle and her husband, which I think that's a massive gear shift as well. You know, we talk about talk about patriarchy and stuff like that. You would expect, wouldn't you, Prince Harry and his wife?
Yeah.
But they've gone, no, Meghan Markle and her husband. So I thought that was a little victory. But yeah, so they're stepping down from being senior royals.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
And all the more proof, like as if we needed any, that Harry is his mother's son. Although I think that this has largely been done at the hand of Meghan,
Wouldn't surprise me.
to be honest.
Yeah.
And if so, good on you, girl.
Good for you. She's seen the way the wind's blowing, isn't it? And also, I will just say as well, if you were Meghan and you've basically been scapegoated by a racist media as everything that's so-called wrong with the royals, I'd bugger off and all.
Yeah, I would.
I'm like, yeah, okay then, alright, see ya. And then them same people will be like, no, what you doing, what you doing, what you doing? Talking about the Daily Mail here, predominantly. 'Cause I can't stand them. So
And the Sun's just
the
as
Sun's as bad.
My mum,
The Tory graph.
You know my mother reads the Daily Mail. Well, Paul's mother reads the Daily
Yeah.
Mail. I've mentioned this before.
For puzzles.
For the quiz pages.
Yeah.
And Paul went down a few nights ago and she had one on the table and she said, see, they're not all bad. And it said like, it was either William or Harry, one of the princes. I will rip these bracelets off. One of the princes had said, we've got 10 years to save Earth. She said, see, and I said, yeah, but scientists have been saying that for another 10 years.
Yeah.
So the paper's just proven itself
Yeah.
that it's so nationalistic and royal obsessed. It has to be a royal person saying it. Did the hundreds of environmentalists not matter?
Yeah.
You
Well,
know.
it's like, thanks William for saying that with your D in art history at A level. No diss to William, but like, I'm going to take the scientists with the PhD
Absolutely.
and the years of experience and believe them. You know, he did get a D in art history actually. It's a bit shocking really, isn't it? But there you go.
Did he?
Yeah, his A-levels are awful. Most of the royal family's A-levels are awful. Princess
shocking.
Margaret didn't even do her O-levels. She failed them all.
Princess Andrew didn't do many, did he? He was too busy spending time with Peter Express in Worthing. As if.
Picture expressing Worthing. Would Prince Andrew buy door-balls? Come on, don't kid me. I wouldn't either, they're a waste of
Have
money.
he got dough balls?
Probably. Well, after all this, yeah, probably.
Undercooked and swelling.
Play-Doh. That stinky smell they have. Not nice. The Queen on Queen speech this year. It's been a difficult year, yeah, when your son's a pedo. Allegedly.
Did anybody watch Ricky Gervais at the awards? Have you seen any of the videos of his quips to the rest of the people that were... What awards is it?
Golden Globes, wasn't it?
The Golden Globes. Some brilliant responses.
Which this year had a plant-based menu as well, didn't it?
Yeah! How good's that?
Brilliant. And then Dan Wootton, I think it's Dan Wootton from The Sun, tweeted a picture of it saying, how ridiculous, vegan extremists win again, about an award ceremony he was not even invited to.
Oh, Dan Wootton, honestly, love, shut up.
Shut up.
Just, please, shut up.
Yeah.
This is why I don't watch Lorraine anymore.
Yeah.
I can't be doing with him.
No, I hate him.
Cannot be doing with
Like,
him.
do you know who listens
at
to you,
all.
and do you know who
And that's not a
listens to
hate thing. I just don't like him. He doesn't entertain me at all. At all. He's a glory hunter.
Yeah. Do you know who reads you, Dan? Mouth breathers. Yeah. I don't mean that for people that have respiratory problems, obviously.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Mouth breathers.
Yeah,
Ah, I get it.
Good that.
I get it.
I've tweeted a vegan a picture of bacon, I'm winning the internet, me. No. Desist.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. She's winning the internet.
Well, Paul is.
Paul's winning the internet, I should say.
Yeah, he come up with the right good quote and it's gone viral. He's had to buy cream.
I've had to put it on.
It's gone everywhere. It's on Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, the YouTube, Instagram. It's getting the least likes on YouTube, funnily enough. But YouTube's a visual platform, not a post platform.
That's true.
So he gets that. He
Could you imagine it in the old days? You'd have to send a telegram. Imagine loads of people just resending your telegram.
I know.
Darren,
we'll
stop.
mention that post that Paul wrote at the end of this as part of what we're going to add from our next fortnight show, which is a little agony aunt section. So what we'd like to ask you all out there is if any of you have got any issues, be it with being vegan, being beautiful, owning that you're beautiful, owning that you're a warrior, taking flack from anybody else, whatever it is, underconfidence, we want to know.
Yeah.
And we'll help.
Yeah. So,
and not necessarily in a jokey way. Oh, we'll rib you. Of course we will. See, we are as people, we rib ourselves.
We're ribbed for your pleasure.
But what help?
So anything from a yeast infection to a man that won't take you to IKEA, let us know. We'll get boys, dude. We won't. We'll just talk about it.
We will. I'm going to just have a little break.
Okay.
And I'll be back with you very shortly.
Very good.
A few moments later.
Dawn, welcome back.
I'm sorry if you were wondering why we needed a little break then. I'm a 50-year-old woman on the change with I've still got a pelvic floor, but the laminate's not so tightly placed no more.
No.
Don't forget your pelvic floor exercises, girls.
Clench. I'm doing mine now.
I mean, it still looks like a panda exploded in Wigan down there, but, you know.
The nicer part of Wigan.
Let's do one together. You ready?
Let's do one together.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, I've done 3.
Oh, I'll do just a big one. 1, 2, 3. And release. Oh, twinges.
Felt that cobweb move.
Gives me memories of the first time I saw Spandau Ballet live.
Sandwiched up against a fire escape.
Oh, them Kemp brothers. Oh,
Miss Spandau Ballet.
I do.
They were a good band, weren't they?
Yeah.
Thank you for coming home. Sorry that the chairs are so worn. See, they weren't only good at singing.
Thank you for coming home. Sorry that the chairs are so warm.
Decorating interest.
Love them.
Yeah, I love them great.
So,
yeah,
a few other things we've got to talk about there. Don't forget, we're kind of focusing on the last 2 weeks, really.
Yeah.
Aren't we? So, in the last 2 weeks, we've got the first same-sex dance on Dancing on Ice. Well, the internet were aflame.
Oh, they were agog, weren't they?
Oh,
Everyone went
people were
like
delighted. Seeing some of the tweets that I read after that, which were highlighted, I believe, in an article in Pink News.
Yes.
It was beautiful. It was people saying, thank you, this is what we need. Validation.
Normalisation.
Normalisation,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. H from steps and his...
Actualisation.
Actualisation, yeah. Working towards self-actualisation.
Indeed.
Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
So we'll find that on YouTube and we'll put that down there. But I'm not even going to credit the conversation with too much talk about how important it is, because if you're not aware yet in this day and age of how important it is to be LGBTQ visible, you may never be. And that's not being rude.
No,
but we
not at all.
live in a heterosexual saturated society. Every magazine you read, every TV show that you watch is telling you this is the norm. Man, woman, child. Man, woman, 2.4 children.
Yeah.
You know.
Possibly a dog, but you know.
Heterosexuality is the... So to see something so queer and so visible, and I haven't even watched it yet, I'm scared to, because this eyeliner is pretty expensive, and I've already scraped a load off my face from Christmas films. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's about romance as well, isn't it? You know, it's about sort of reframing what romance is, and you know, that old tradition of dancing together, and you know, it can
I find romance with no
kisses, a fine romance, my dear, this is...
I used to love that.
Right, it's in there, Priscilla, isn't it?
Judi Dench in the show that was on telly.
Yes. That was As Time Goes By, wasn't it? Or was it?
It was called Fine
Oh, was it?
Romance.
Oh, she did a few, didn't she, Judy? She did a few, didn't she?
She did. She was very good. Well, she still is very good, bless her.
She's great.
Adore Miss Judy.
Despite the litter tray that was Cats.
So, what else did we want to discuss in this episode?
Where else is that?
And then we've got another 2 weeks to sit and fester and digest all what's going on and come back and report it all to you lot.
Should we have a quick dabble of veganuary? That's
Yeah, Veganuary is going very well. Apparently over 350,000 people have signed up this year.
Very good.
And it's gorgeous to see, because it's, you know, anyone who takes the time to try it out will undoubtedly find that they could remain vegan.
Yeah.
quite easily. And when it's something that benefits you, the animals, the planet, why wouldn't you?
It's a no-brainer, isn't it?
Like that vegan couple say, it's not the most we can do, it's the least we can do.
Yes, very good, very good, very good, very good.
And something else I want to say as well, because people, there's a lot of vegans say, like, well, if you're not doing some form of activism, you're not vegan. Being vegan is activism. It's just being vegan in itself is a form of activism.
Absolutely.
I know Paul's been to a pig save recently. We managed a pig save. And video. Let me get up there for you.
Good.
It's very, very. It was something he said he'd never do, and then he went, and now he wants to go back.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's kind of a.
Yeah.
You know, I think we all avoid things that we think will negatively emotional impact us, and then when we see that there is another creature or being there being far more negatively impacted by what's going on than we could ever be, you take a back seat.
Yeah.
It becomes about them.
Yeah.
And maybe that's something to carry through into 2020 with us all. And I've got another one of Paul's things to share and all, my love. Read the room. Or, as Paul says, read room.
All right.
So here's the rub, right? If somebody posts on Facebook, for example, just an example, feeling really down today, and a load of people start coming on saying, well, why don't you go outside for a walk? Well, why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? They didn't ask you anything. They didn't ask for your advice. You haven't read the room. What you could have said was, if you need a chat, do you want me to come round for a brew?
Yeah.
Or would you like to come round here for a coffee?
Sorry to hear. If you need support,
Exactly.
drop me a message.
Yeah. People are always trying to solve something for others so that they can get that feeling of, oh, I helped.
Yeah.
I helped someone. And it can become a real hindrance to actual basic human communication. It's happened to Paul twice recently on posts where he wasn't asking advice and advice was offered just out the blue. And he got quite short with them. And so he said to me, we carry that through into 2020 with you. And I said, what? He said, read your room. I said, yeah, I will, because it's a good one.
Yeah.
Read the room.
Yeah.
Read what I wrote. Read you wrote you.
Yeah.
Read what I wrote. Read what the person wrote. Respond to it if you feel the need to, or message them or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that'd even be more. But if somebody wants to give you some advice that you haven't asked for, I'd rather it in a message than on a post.
Yeah.
Because on a post, it's glory hunting.
Yeah.
So much glory hunting going on.
It's also a suitable for work version of unsolicited dick pics, isn't it? You know, I didn't ask for that. So don't force it on me.
Yeah, don't.
Sick of it.
I don't want to see it.
I want to see you, Willy. Sat there like a mollusk.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm vegan for a reason, thank you.
I ate one kind of meat. It's still living. I'll leave that one with you.
Rather just lick a cat. Anyway,
She's a one.
I'm a one.
Yeah, what else have we got to talk about? Have you got any New Year's resolutions, my love?
Yeah, have I got any New Year's resolutions? Just keep being open and creative. They're quite non-specific.
Well, they don't have to be specific.
No, but yeah, keep being open and creative. Keep making art.
Yes, but because that's what we do.
Yeah, exactly.
We make art, and art is a beautiful thing that should be shared.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
with
like a rampant disease.
Well, I tell you what, we came into 2020 far more optimistically, personally, than I thought it was possible to.
I agree.
Considering the political
what has gone on?
landscape
Yeah,
and impending war, and you know, all this kind of, and we were like, oh, is this it? Does this portend?
This is my lab now.
Is this, you know, a viewing of the rest of what's going to go on this year? But you know, we hold the key. I don't mean us two personally, although
I'm not allowed to hold keys.
But all of us together, we hold the key to how this world moves forward.
Yeah. We shape the narrative as much as
absolutely we
everybody
do.
else.
What we've got to stop doing is leaving it in the hands of people who don't have all our best interests at heart.
Like we said before, isn't it? Yeah. It's like people will act allegedly for others, and sometimes it's more for themselves. So have a think before you decide who to follow and who to, go, oh yeah, they're doing a bang up job then, and blah blah blah. What have they got to gain? So yeah, that's some 2020 hindsight there.
So, get into this viral thing, what lovely Paul wrote. It kind of answers our first, and we're not going to name her because she hasn't given us permission to, but did have a message from someone who was very upset with family.
Yeah.
Who were very negative about veganism, and very negative in particular about eating meat replacements or things being made that are called sausage burger. So let's do this once and for all, right? A sausage is a shape. That's why you get a pig flesh sausage or a cow flesh sausage.
Or a sausage dog.
It's a shape. A burger is also a shape. That's why you get vegetable burgers.
And nipples.
So we
that
need
look
to
like
move off
burgers.
that. Can you reenact Paul's post with me? Would you be Darren?
I'll be Darren.
And I'll be Karen.
Yeah. Ugh. I might have to paraphrase. I do apologise.
Yeah, it's alright, Darren.
Okay.
Why do you eat things what look like meat, dead flesh? Vegans, why do they do that? You might as well just eat meat.
Why do you play computer game shooters when you could just go outside and shoot actual people?
Because that'd be murder.
Ta-da!
Wasn't I butch then? Which is weird because I'm a girl. That was really good, that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Felt like we were on the bill.
Yeah, we did that quite well.
Yeah.
We did that quite well. So yeah, use that. If anybody asks you about why you're eating meat named things, well, they think that they're meat named things, they're not. Sausage is a shape, burger is a shape, steak is a cut. It means a cut
Yes.
of something. So if we made a cut of plant protein, it's a steak.
Also, yeah. Also, you know what, as well, with these
And
things.
why would you guilt somebody
Yeah.
for eating? If you're not interested, Susan, door's over there, love.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Turn around, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. It's also pedantry, isn't it? It's like, yeah, have that argument. If that's how you think about it, have that argument. But that's irrelevant, isn't it? The person is eating plant-based food. It makes no difference whatsoever to your life. If you've no intention of going vegan, stop asking disingenuous questions and go.
And there you go.
That's 2020 for me. Go on now, go.
Walk out the door.
Just turn around now.
Do you know what? You're not welcome anymore.
No.
Weren't you the one that tried to hurt me with goodbyes? Do you think I'd crumble? Stop eating vegan fries? Oh no, not I.
I will
Thrive.
veganize.
I'll veganize.
Yeah.
All my burgers and my sausages have no bums and no eyes.
Good.
'Cause they're made of leaf and twig. With some seasonings big as my wig.
And we'll veganize.
We'll veganize.
Even pies. It's getting there. It's in the formative stages.
Yeah. So, as well as doing this show once a fortnight, which you know now, this is it. You've got us.
Yeah.
Frock the Fortnight. What's the fortnight? Well, it's called Frock the Fortnight because it's every fortnight. We'll still be doing our recipe videos, and if you haven't seen any of the Vegan Queen's recipe videos or our random videos like putting on our makeup, shopping for second-hand drag, I shall put the playlist up there, recipes and randoms, and it's great. It's a really good, but we've got 2 playlists on this channel. Those boys like us, don't they?
They do.
They said we could have one at first and then they give us 2. And the other one's all snippets of little shows we've done. Little characters.
Thingies.
Lots of bits. All bits, you know.
All bits and things that are just nice for have around the house. Objet d'art, if you will,
Oh, I
in video
love that.
form. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Objet d'art.
Objet d'art.
Objet d'art, my lord. Objet d'art.
Objet d'art, my lord. Objet, I don't know why. Objet da.
Objet da, my lord. Objet da. Oh Lord. Objet da.
Thought of Mariah then for a minute.
Sounded like her.
We look similar,
They were very glamorous. So, can we be... like we said before, if you're just going to attack vegan people, we're not really interested in you. If you're interested in finding out why people are vegan, don't ask them questions based on your defensiveness of your meat eating.
Yeah.
Because that's where all the problems lie.
Yeah. And as with any other sort of, I don't want to say minority group or whatever, but you know, I might liken it to people who have, you know, a trans experience or something, where don't expect necessarily, a lot of people will, but don't expect people to be your teacher or rely on them for answers to all your questions. Like,
you don't need spoon feeding.
Google's your mate.
You've got a phone. If you can go on YouTube, you can open Google.
Exactly. Let's stop that in 2020 as well. Does anybody know what time the shop's open?
Why don't you look
You're
on
online, Google it. Stop wasting my time, Sandra.
Yeah. Pretty sick of it.
Or
to be
possibly
honest with
Kevin.
you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's boring.
So, the first fortnight has been full.
I'm frocked,
It has indeed.
hasn't it just?
I've enjoyed it. I've liked having a chat to you about stuff.
Oh yes.
And there's a lot more coming up. Well, I suppose it depends. Watch this now. Next 2 weeks, nothing will happen.
Yeah.
We're sat here next week with an empty carton of cocoa milk saying, look how well designed it is.
And I'll be interviewing her like this. So, do you like bread?
I love it. It is my favourite food.
And then that'll just go on for 20 minutes and it'll be a bad thing for all concerned. It's like, come on, this is supposed to be a talk show, it's not an Andrew Lloyd Webber musical.
If you're wanting some more veganuary related videos, those vegan guys have done about 6, I think,
They're
so
on it.
far. They've done a load of shopping and everything, and so I'll link their uploads playlist. I think you can link uploads, I'm
I
not
think
sure.
you can. I think you should.
I'll link some up there. It's up there now. So what we would love from you, darlings, is we would love to help you solve your problems.
Yeah.
It'll be our little agony aunt section at the end of every show, where we'll help you with all kinds of things. So let us know down there, or you can message us privately, you know, on Facebook.
If you'd rather.
Find the Vegan Queen's Facebook page. Send us a little message on there, because we don't have to say your name or anything, but we will happily help you try and solve your problems.
Indeed.
Don't be afraid of doing a bit of activism this year, my loves. I know that it can be scary thinking about doing it, but Cube of Truth or a vigil, it re-empowers you, or it can do. If you know see, I thought I knew myself well enough to know that it would crush me, and it didn't. Paul
Yeah, Paul.
thought, you know, so
Oh.
maybe that's something to think about for this year. But if you can't do that, you're already an activist.
Yeah.
You're already doing your activism just by being vegan.
Yeah.
And from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you for that.
We do.
And we love you very much. Any closing words, my sweetheart?
Just to say, if you would like to get involved and support the people of Australia who are going through the fires at the moment, you've had a gander, haven't you, at some places
Yes.
where you can donate to, should you wish.
We'll put 2 down there, actually. We'll put directly for the Aniamls charity and the fire service.
Great
who's
show.
been really, really struggling. So we'll put both links down there, just in case you fancy going, giving a £5 or something. Direct links to them, not through us.
Yeah. So that's all, really. Looking forward to carrying on with this new series.
Oh, I'm dead excited about it, and I hope that, well, do you know, I'm still fighting a bit of Christmas weight.
Oh, yeah.
Paul's been given an exercise bike.
Oh, yes.
Very firm, you. Paul's been given an exercise bike, so he said I can use it.
That'd be nice.
I know, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to get myself fitter and healthier, and all guns blazing for 2020. Can't wait. Already doing it.
Yeah.
Here we are.
So we'll see you soon. And tell 2020 to get frocked.
Yeah, man. Honey, get frocked. Thanks so much for watching. Please do join us again in 2 weeks, and watch out for those vegan guys. Lots of content, and of course us with lots of content, because we love you very much. Until next time, be excellent to yourselves and each other. Well, I think it went quite well, my husband.
I only brought me out at the end, so I'd call that an achievement.